Hey guys, so I am 20 weeks pregnant today and I'm going to give you an update on what's going on with baby and how I'm feeling and a little belly shot too. It's cuddle time, okay Mom? Okay, so I'll take this off. Okay, so here's my belly from the side. So as you can tell, like I've definitely rounded out a little bit. And this is from the front. If I really relax all the way, then yeah, it's pretty nice little size. The past month, as you've noticed, I've not been doing my weekly videos. Something I've noticed is that my usual weekly video format, I would talk about my symptoms and just how the week is going, but I'm feeling as if it just feels a little trivial to talk about some minor inconveniences when the safety of the baby is so threatened. So the baby has a liver cyst, which is measuring about 3 centimeters by 2 by 2.5. If you're an American, just think of it as roughly inch by inch by inch dimensions. This cyst is very rare. There's not a lot of medical literature about it, and we have a high-risk specialty team at the hospital, and they have never dealt with this before, so it is a little bit scary. I'll tell you the best case scenario and then a couple of the risks that could happen during the pregnancy. So best case scenario is that the baby makes it no problem to term. I don't go into early labor. I deliver with a high-risk team present and some pediatric surgeons present at the Women and Children's Hospital, which is the best hospital in my province for new little babies. So that would be great. And then the baby will require surgery. We're just hoping the surgery is done after the baby's born, not before, and that it's once the baby's immune system is stronger, so maybe closer to 6 months old. Some of the risks and unknowns are that at any time the baby could bleed out and die and be stillborn. This is obviously something that we are very nervous about and hoping that it doesn't happen. The cyst has been growing. If the cyst continues to grow, it will put a lot of pressure on blood vessels in the liver. The liver is a very vascular organ, so there's a lot of blood going through your liver. So that's just a concern. Another risk is that the baby could be born early. I could develop a condition called hypertension, which you may have heard of, and that would happen if the cyst makes it difficult for the baby to swallow, then the baby will not swallow amniotic fluid. And if the baby does not swallow and absorb the amniotic fluid, then the fluid will just build up and build up and build up around the baby, and my belly will get too tight, and that might cause the waters to break early. So that's something that I'm going to be having ultrasounds every 2 to 4 weeks, and we will just monitor to see for changes in the amniotic fluid level, and hopefully that just doesn't happen. Another risky situation is that if the cyst needs to be drained, they may need to do surgery on the baby before the baby is born, which logically, I find this medically fascinating that they can even do this. They would insert a needle through my belly and drain the cyst and induce labor to have the baby be born safely. But hopefully they don't need to do this. We have a high-risk obstetrician, and she said that the baby could even just be born vaginally without this, but they'd have to be sure it was okay, because if you birth the baby and the head comes out, usually everything else would follow. But if the cyst and the abdomen are so large, the head could come out and then the stomach wouldn't come out, and that would be horrific. So we just everything's going to be monitored really closely, especially as this pregnancy continues. So I think I'll probably wind up having a C-section, which I really don't want to do, but if that's the best thing to do for baby, then that might just be what has to happen. Another risk is that when the baby's born and the baby takes his or her first breath, suddenly the lungs might be struggling to work because the cyst might be compressing the lungs. The baby could be born in respiratory distress. So those are a lot of concerning things that can happen. Also, even after the baby's born, we'll have to handle baby very carefully because the liver cyst is not protected by the rib cage. The liver is not under the rib cage, so we have to just be very careful in how we handle our baby. So there's all kinds of scary things that could happen. We're optimistic that hopefully things will just be smooth sailing. You can probably tell that I didn't maybe want to update about this over the Christmas holidays. You know, you and your family are celebrating, and we're trying to celebrate and have a good Christmas too. So in December, I decided to not update about this, just wait until the new year. So tonight it's New Year's Eve, and something really exciting is that Joe does know the sex of the baby. And tonight at midnight, Joe is going to tell me what the sex of the baby is. So I'm so excited. That's only 9 hours from now. And I didn't think I was going to find out, but Joe's decided to find out, and I think it would just be good if we can find out and know together. And when everybody talks about the baby, we'll have a name for the baby to use. We'll all know the sex, and I think that would be really nice. And also, if the baby is born early, it might be kind of hard to choose a name if you're under so much stress. So we think it'd be fun to do that now while we have time to think about it more. So that's exciting. I'm gonna find out tonight. Yay!